Hello ladies and welcome to Living Free with Sophie. I'm Sophie and on this channel I talk about anything and everything femininity related and whatever else I think will be helpful for you ladies to bring forth your true feminine self. Today we're going to talk about how to turn down a guy after a date in a feminine way. So how to turn down a guy when you don't want to see him again. And this was a requested video, and this is really the situation where you had a nice date, he has done all the right things, but you're just not feeling him or you're not really attracted to him, but you want to handle it in a feminine way. So first of all, I would not say anything at the end of the date that you don't want to see him anymore. I think that's a bit too harsh, and men, they have more of a sensitive ego than many women realize, and it's just not it's not very ladylike to put him in a situation like that. You at least you can make him like leave the date and go home and feel like he did a good job. I think that's the minimum. You have to appreciate him on the date still, even though he might not be your thing. Of course, it's another thing if he's actually rude on the date and have behaved badly, then you don't have to really say anything. But if he did all the right things, you're just not feeling him in the way you want to be feeling a guy on the first date. This is the approach I would take. So, for example, if he towards the end of the date says something, "I would really love to see you again," I would be a little bit vague and say something like, "Oh, well, we did have quite a good time, didn't we? Well, we'll see what happens next." Or, you know, be a little bit smiling, be a little bit teasing, and, "Oh, well, I'm excited to see what you come up with for the next date." Don't say yes directly, but make it a little bit, I think it's called contingent, or yeah, make it a little bit vague. Be not super clear about it. If you like him a lot, of course you say, "Oh, I would love that." The saying "I would love that," it's a very nice phrase to use on men, which you actually like when they ask you something. But otherwise, I would kind of be a little bit vague about it, or "Oh, we will see," or "We certainly had a good time this time, didn't we?" or something like this. Yeah. So what you would do is that you wait until he asks you out again. And when you do that, you can say some of the following things. "I did enjoy our date, but I don't feel that we are compatible," or something like this. Or you can say, what I would say is, "Hey, okay, let me think. What did I tell the last guy? That sounds like fun, but I don't think we have a romantic spark. So I wish you all the best," or something like this. What's important in the way that you turn a guy down is that you do not criticize him. Try to do it as minimal as possible. Another way that might be working for you is to say, I'm sorry, I'm not available for dating anymore," or "I'm not available to date at the moment," or something like this. But it could also be a little bit, maybe he'll think you'll be available later. But try to be clear about it, but I wouldn't do it on the actual date. I would let him have, a good feeling because he did take you out for a date. Hopefully he did pay for the date. So at least he should have the feeling that he's going away from the date as a successful date, or that he did make you happy on the date and that you did enjoy the date. So definitely do it more in our modern age. Do it where you're not face to face, so it's not such a failure for him, so he doesn't have to lose ego, and keep it short. Keep it very short. Yeah. And if you get in that situation, I tried this on my last day, where he asked if I want to split the bill, and he chose the place. I always let the guy choose the place. He can choose, whatever is in his budget. I just said, "Oh, no, thank you." Just like someone asked me if do you want an extra soda? "Oh, no, thank you." just very sweetly. I didn't even think much about it, but that's the way I would handle it. And I don't know, yeah. At the end of the date, he actually said, I get the sense that we're not going to see each other again. And I was a little bit surprised because before him asking if we should split it, he had said, I really want to see you again. And I was not feeling him that much. And that's when I said the thing that, we'll see what happened, or we did have a good time tonight. Yeah, so it was a little bit interesting, but if that's a turn off for him, that I'm not splitting the bill, then we're definitely not a good match anyway. But that was quite interesting that he could feel that. But yeah, to turn a guy down, do it in text, don't be criticizing, just say, I don't think we're a good match, or something like that. Very simple. And if you want to know a little bit more about my approach to feminine dating, I have a couple of other videos for you. How to turn a coffee date or coffee date suggestion into a dinner date or a more fun date. How to prepare for a date in a feminine way, and how to show up in your feminine on a date. And I think this is the minimum that you have to do for a guy. He shows up in his masculine, you show up in his feminine. And if it's not a match, at least it's very good practice for you to when the right guy comes along. I hope you enjoyed this little video from me and that you found the tips helpful. If you have a good phrase that you use with guys, please let the other ladies know and write it in the comments below. And otherwise, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!